Happy Wednesday. I got Keith on today, just coming off the mastermind high. And damn it, what a mastermind. That thing was awesome. You guys missed it. Really, really good. Everybody there was just insane. We had some really good, great speakers, really good guests, everybody there. I mean, guys making 5 million a year, 10 million a year. It's just crazy. Just chatting with them and stuff like that. I gave away a bunch of stuff. A bunch of people gave away a bunch of other stuff. It was a really good time. So you guys will have to wait to get the recording. If you didn't go, you can buy it. I think there's going to be selling that. I'm not sure for what, how much, or when. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. So I got Keith in today. Keith is another Leah member. Keith and I have been looking at a bunch of deals to do together. We're trying to get some of these on-market subdivides kind of taken care of. Keith's been a powerhouse of sending me leads. He's been the most, I think you've sent me probably the most leads, which is awesome. And we're just trying to find one that works, right? We've sent out an LOI on one, didn't work out. The seller said they wanted it and then they changed their mind, whatever it happens. So now it's just a matter of like, let's just rock until we get the next one, right? Right, Keith?
That's right.
Good. So today Keith and I are going to kind of look at some other markets. Keith, I don't know if you have any of the other deals you wanted to look at today, or if you want to just maybe work on honing down one specific market and really becoming that expert. Kind of up to you. What are you thinking about?
Well, I did send you one for Timberland. I was on your call last week. I sent to your JV platform. It was, by the way, it was in New York. That's what got my attention. 746 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered what your thoughts were on that one.
I'll look at that because that's more of like something I buy personally. So I'll take a look at it. And if it's a deal that, looks pretty good for timber, then I'll take a look at it. There's just going to be a little bit of underwriting I got to do for that, as far as like, and looking for timber mills and the whole jazz. So that's something I definitely will do. Let me just, for some reason.
Well, that's basically it for the ones that I have for now. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board, but I'm here to learn.
Cool. All right, cool. So let's look at this. I have a big extensive list. I basically have every single state, what their subdivision rules are and all that jazz. And one that I've come across that's pretty easy is Tennessee. So Tennessee has some of the easiest rules. For example, they have a 5-acre exemption, like Texas has a 10-acre exemption. So Tennessee has a 5-acre. So any parcel larger than 5 acres are exempt from formal platting. They have, pretty laxed rules as far as things go for road frontage. So they're actually okay if you're using doing some kind of like flagpole lot and stuff like that. So, which is pretty interesting as well. Not that I like doing flagpoles, but sometimes those come up, and to be able to maximize the value, like that does come up. So we have that one. We have there's a bunch of little good little things in there. So some of the best counties themselves are actually like Surveyor and Putnam are some of the easiest counties to do. And there's other ones that are a little easier, but for the most part, like those are the two best. So pretty interesting. So I think let's take a look at that. And what we'll do is maybe look at some markets over there. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do, Keith, is I'm gonna share my screen and we'll kind of just like talk through this together.
Okay.
And we'll look at a couple counties, and I'll show you like kind of how I go about doing some research and everything like that. Yeah, Bertus, Oklahoma is super easy. Their regulations are actually pretty similar to Texas. I haven't done one over there, but I looked into it a while ago, and it looked pretty dang easy. Oh, dude, that's awesome. 32 acres on a paved road. Yeah, baby. Is it a wide? Like how much road frontage is it? Is it wide or is it deep with the road frontage? Pretty curious. So anything on a paved road is gold. Road is gold. All right, cool. So what I do, let's do this. Let's open a new window and then I'll share my screen. New window.
Now, I'm under the impression that for subdivides, you want a minimum of 40 acres.
Yeah, 40 or more, really, because the juice has to be worth the squeeze, right? Because if we're doing, let's say you're buying for 3K an acre and you're selling for 7K an acre, you really want to try to make like 100 grand, right? Because there's a lot of like moving parts and work and stuff like that. Plus, we got to bring in funders. Plus, you're gonna get paid. I'm gonna get paid. Like it. We all got to make money, right? So if we make like 100 grand spread, ideally after everybody gets paid, well, 100 grand spread after like everything goes through, that leaves me and you each get like 40K. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's kind of what we want. So if you go too small, it doesn't really work out. You're just not going to make enough money. But if you go pretty bigger, it's just going to be way easier. So, so we could look at Redfin. We could look at different sites. I honestly, for this aspect, I like Zillow. And the reason why I like Zillow is I can go like this. I could just look at Tennessee as a whole. With Zillow, I could look at the entire state. With Redfin, you can only look at a specific area. So we'll go for sale, and obviously you could go other ways. You could look at land.com, things like that, whatever the case may be. But let's just start here as just like a broad strokes kind of thing, and then we're gonna do some of the parameters before I look at like the min max markets and go selecting all that stuff. I just want to get like a quick consensus of what's on the market, and then we'll zoom into Surveyorville and stuff like that and look in there, Surveyor County and stuff. So let's look over 50 acres. I want to see what's on market, and I want to see that. I want to see price. I really don't like to look at anything. I mean, we could go like 5 million, whatever, but like 1.5 million, I feel like it's such a sweet spot, like 1.5 to 1.75 million. It's a pretty good sweet spot for the type of deals that made like some of these people aren't overreaching for pricing, where they're just throwing an outlandish number out there. And it's also not too crazy. So we'll do that. That dropped us to 789 results. Another thing you could put keywords. I put road frontage, and I'll see how many come up after that. 170. So that does give you a pretty good detail of kind of where we're at now. So let's zoom in here. This is like Surveyor County over here, Knoxville, all this. You got Pigeon Forge, then you got Townsend, Walland, all these areas. This is all Surveyor. So the only negative thing with Surveyor is it could be very mountainous. So it's coming up here. Sometimes you got to be careful with kind of the like deals we're looking at. But then again, with Surveyor and most counties in Tennessee, they don't even care. Like you could build on the side of a mountain. There's no like restrictions. It's nuts.
Okay.
All right, so this is pretty interesting. Looks like it's pretty mountainous. But see how many roads we got here? Yep. Like there's tons of roads. So that's pretty interesting. So Keith, if you want to work together, do you want to look at maybe take this area while I'm doing this? I'm looking at these deals. You want to find out what the 10 acres are selling for?
Sure.
Maybe we could go back and forth. Yeah, this would be a good way to kind of do it. Just figure out like, hey, I'll look at the property. If it looks pretty good, you could kind of look at that and see what kind of things are selling for over there. 10 acres. This is in Surveyorville. Surveyorville.
Let me get the correct spelling of the county.
It's a 37862 is the zip. You just type the zip in. So already, I mean, this is probably a little bit too expensive, right? So we're gonna, but just for instance, like I don't want to rule anything out because it does have good road frontage. Before we want to go any further and look at all that jazz, let's just look at what things are selling for, right?
Okay. How many acres is this?
65.
Okay.
Yeah, it's listed for 25,000 an acre. So I doubt this is a good deal.
Yeah.
But hey, doesn't hurt just to glance at it because Pigeon Forge, this whole area, Townsend, all this is a really crazy expensive area. So you never know, right? You can't rule it out.
That is kind of expensive though.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for dang sure. Okay, this is pretty cool. So we got 75 acres, building sites, unrestricted, peaceful, tranquil settings. Yeah, let me know when you have the 10-acre price per acre over there. I'm just curious. I'll keep looking around for some other ones.
So you want me to use Zillow instead of Redfin?
You could use Redfin. It's just when
Okay.
I'm looking at the whole state, it's just really easy to look at the whole state like that. And then if you're going in like smaller areas, you could just go into like Redfin if you wanted. Whatever, it's totally up to you, whatever your preference is. I just like if I'm setting like let's say I set a search for this, where most areas I can only set a search for like the single area or whatever the case may be. I could save a search in Zillow for the entire state.
Okay.
And that
All
allows
right.
me, like when a new lead comes up, I could just take a look at it that day. Just pop in.
Okay.
So,
Let me I
and-
just clicked on the Google Chrome. Anyway, let me and it jumped in the front of our screen here. Let me X
no
that
worries.
out. All right, I'll go back to Zillow.
This doesn't have enough roads. Not enough roads here. So we're worried for the mastermind, man. I thought I was going to meet you out there.
Yeah, I have. It's ironic that you guys planned it at this. We do a family reunion in Orange Beach, Alabama, every year at the same time, and we just got back last Thursday. So for me to take off again to go to Vegas that fast was just
too much
economically. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I totally get it, man. It's
Every year, man. It's beautiful. Have you ever been to Orange Beach, Alabama?
No, I haven't.
It's beautiful.
Nice on there?
Beautiful. Yeah,
Really?
it is.
What is it like on the water? Where is it at?
It is. It is right on. It's the Gulf of. It's basically it's the Gulf. You got to the left. To the left would be Florida. To the right is Mississippi. But we're right. Oh man, it's beautiful. Great
Really?
seafood. Beautiful view. Lots
Yeah.
of water. It was incredible.
That's awesome.
Let me get this zip code in.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Being able to hop out there with family and just have a good time. Can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let me set my for sales. What acreage you want me to start with? This
just do
5.
just do like 5s or 10s to do 5s to 5s to 20s and just see what their price per acre is around that. Just doesn't have to be perfect. Just like, if you see a couple selling for $30K an acre or whatever, that's all. Oh man. Yeah, we had a lot of good guys out there and ladies. It was a really good time. Some great conversations had, great knowledge spread, and it was just a good time to meet everybody and see everyone and just catch up,
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome. I think really loved Jerry had an awesome speech. He talked about kind of the things he does. He's an awesome guy. And then John Jasniak talked about his subdivide experience and all the stuff he does and his note portfolio and all that. And really interesting way that he does the business over anybody else. Yeah, Jeff, next year, man, you got to be out there. If this is your business, you got to get to the place where everybody's talking about it.
I'll be there next year. I'll figure something
definitely.
out.
Well, hopefully next year it won't be this weekend. I think it was supposed to be the end of the month.
That'll work much better.
Yeah, something happened. So,
no, now on Zillow, I'm trying to on Zillow, I'm trying to on my filters.
Yeah.
Do I put a price in? I know I got the size of the lots.
Just the size, and then just take a look at kind of what stuff is trading for in that area. So like if you see like a 5-acre selling for like 150K, it's
Okay,
30K an
got it.
acre kind of thing, you
Okay.
know?
All right. I'm looking at them now. 6 acres, 199.
So 199, it's like 35 an acre, something like that.
Uh-huh. 5
Okay.
acres, 89. 5
Okay.
acres, 199.
Okay.
15 acres, 195.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So it sounds like this one's not going to work.
yeah,
Not enough spread really there. It, you know, just by what you're saying already, I could already tell it's pretty light.
yep.
Um,
20 acres, 2,295,000.
yep.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive there. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So what else we got? Yeah. So I put a road frontage in the keywords that, the thing is that could get rid of some parcels that I won't see, but at the same time, like it's good to kind of knock out the ones on here first and then take it from there and see, go back and look at the other ones if you wanted. And it's good too if you, keep doing this, Keith, like as you work an area, you kind of get to know all the lots that are on the market, right?
Okay. Okay.
And then, you set a good parameter, you set a search reminder, and it'll automatically let you know when a new one gets listed. So when that property gets listed, boom, you can hop right on and check it out. And you already kind of know what's going on in the area, the whole nine. So you'll have like good advantage, right? If that makes sense.
Okay.
Um, so I'm not being Decatur, Tennessee. 0 Sneed Road, Decatur, Tennessee. I'm trying to see what this one looks like. Yeah. Oh, irregular lot will not divide. Interesting. Huh. He will not divide. That doesn't mean it won't divide.
Exactly. It just means he won't sell it, divide. He won't divide it to
He just
sell.
won't do it. Yeah.
It's pretty expensive here in Tennessee.
Oh yeah. Tennessee is not cheap. So this is 10K an acre right now. I'm trying to figure Decatur, what city is Decatur, Tennessee?
So, what zip code is Decatur, Tennessee?
This one is 37322. Decatur County. Look at that. And Decatur 056.
We're looking at for sale first, correct?
Either one, for sale or sold. Either way, just trying to get a consensus of what's on the market.
Okay.
When we're doing like the quick, like, hey, let's just look at it. It doesn't really make a big difference. It's when you're digging deeper. That's when you're really got to make sure you're on your A game.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So this is not the right listing. It's an 88-acre parcel. It's on Sneed Road. Let's see where Sneed Road is. Okay, let's take a look at this. Sneed. Yeah, sometimes these people, like when they list a property, they don't know anything they're doing. They list this stuff and it's just a mess. Where's Sneed Road? This is Sneed.
The Chrome the Google Chrome extension.
Yeah,
Is that option with Zillow?
I believe it is. Yes.
I have to
Yeah,
have that.
I believe it is on there for Zillow too. So
It's got 10 acres, 125,000,
so I don't
10,000.
see. Oh, here it is. There's the property. Okay, so this doesn't have enough road frontage at all. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. Okay, so that's a no go. Yep, no go there. Not enough there. Looks like this guy already subdivided it. He's selling 30 lots. It's interesting.
Same zip code 37322. Or
No,
you
yeah,
moved
it's a
on.
little bit different now. Yeah, I'm just trying to find one that's got any decent road frontage, and
Okay, I'll wait for you to.
yeah, I'll spit one out for you in a minute.
Okay.
Let's try to find one that's good. These are nice timber, nice trees, nice streams, all that jazz. I don't necessarily see any kind of water or roadways. Let's keep looking. Yep, just combing through, seeing what
Yep.
comes along. Yeah, we've mailed a bunch this month of good road frontage properties that are prime, like have good road frontage and all that jazz.
Any
Um,
replies? Response?
Not yet. So they just are hitting. I think this week we're gonna start hitting some. So we'll see what they come out to be. Might be able to.
I'm holding back to January to start mailing. I want to get good at. I need some advice and some guidance on pricing.
Sure.
The first mailer, second mailer that I did, I got the people who responded were literally the cheap, the low end deals. I need to get in understanding how to, because I want to target, buy for 25, sell for 50 and up type
Yeah.
thing. And
Sure.
most of the people who reached out to me were, buy for 500, hopefully you can sell it for 1,500.
No. Yeah.
And
So I don't even mail those people.
pass. Well, that's what I need to figure. I need to get better at that. So I'm going to work on that over the holiday season and be prepared to start, because I want to start doing 10,000 mailers a month starting in January.
Nice.
Let's close some of these regular local wholesale deals that I have.
Yeah. That'll be good. So, what I just purposely do is, I'm intentional about the pricing I'm mailing at. So, if I only want to make, if I want to make a minimum of 30K, I'm gonna look at stuff and say, okay, well, if I want to make 30K, then my deals I'm going to market to have to have a market value more than 75,000. So once you start getting more intentional about that stuff, it does make life a lot easier.
Yes.
So yeah, sometimes it wastes time. Like, title sometimes is going to cost more than it's going to cost to purchase the property. It's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's why I passed on all those.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
That's some road frontage.
Got road frontage, but
What about the shape of this one? Is this considered odd shape?
it's odd shape, but it's not horrible, because you don't have to follow the road. You could kind of go like this way and make parcels like coming out, like long ways. Yeah, I'm tired, JD. Been up since 2:30. Yeah, so you might be able to kind of make something work. I think you get like a couple lots at 174 acres. Check this one out, 37348. So they're asking, let's see, about like 4K an acre. So let's check 9,800 divided by 175. 175. They're asking 5,756 acre. Oh man, they're asking 56 an acre. Depending on
5,600 acre.
yeah, it's just
So,
someone.
okay. Land. Make sure double check this land. And okay, I'm checking 5 to 20 acres. Is that fine or just
Yeah.
okay?
Do the 5 to 20. Let's see.
All right. Waiting for it to populate here.
All right, let me
It
see.
says, looks like, okay. I'm not showing any results. 5 to 20 acres.
For sale. What about sold?
Okay, let me go see what's sold. 5 results sold. 15 acres, 208,000.
So you said 208.
7.3 acres, 109,000.
13.
Um,
709.
8.21 acres, 175,000.
Oh wow, so we got some spreads there.
Okay. 10 acres, 122,000.
Okay. 10 is 20, 120. That's like 12K an acre.
Seven.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're asking 5,600. So let's take a look at this one on here. Let me take a look. All right, cool. And then at 3:30, I'm doing the Leah call today. So I gotta.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll have a hard stop pretty close to.
Oh,
Yes. Look at this.
that's fine.
This is it. 110 acres. This don't look like it. 174 acres. Huh. It's always great when they don't give you the APN.
Yeah. I went through that yesterday with that New York deal that I sent you.
Mm-hmm. I love that. It's like you just gave that out, make my life easier.
I tell you, I discovered that a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've discovered that there's real estate agents that don't know what APN stands for. They're like,
Nope.
what APN? What is that?
Yeah.
And the lady, the guy goes, well, in New York, we call it tax ID. I said, okay.
Sure. Yeah, tax ID, but like this is weird. I don't have a name on this. That's interesting. All right. So just a real quick view. I mean, we got some topo, but it's all on the tail end of the property. Not the worst. I mean, yeah, we go up to the mountains and stuff like that. But if you take this one, let's go create a map. Okay, so there we go. So this is the parcel. So let's just, for instance, let me just see. Let's draw a shape. Let's draw a boundary. "13 acres." Okay, I get down with that. Let's just try, let's say 225, around that. Around 220, 225. Not ideal, but not the worst. This one is only 5 acres, but okay. So this does kind of go up to the mountain. So we probably want to go start bringing some of these back. Maybe go a little bit wider on here on the road frontage side. Just getting a frame of reference, like this. Cool. So I would go here, 220 something. Just kind of see how many lots you think we could get out of this. So that's an 11. So like this one's definitely not something that you'd want to ever put a road in because there's really not gaining any access in the back,
Mm-hmm.
because the mountain's in the back. So this is something that's probably ideal just doing a just a lot split right along the roads. Cool. So far so good. I get some pretty good lots out of here. I would just probably say one more, right? Just come right back. And then the last one, they would just get the whole mountain. Cool. So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 lots. Maybe 14, maybe 12 if I combine this to make like 15 acres. But let's just say this one is 5 acres. So maybe if I combine that one. Okay. Cool. Okay, I could see that. Not the best, not the worst, but might be viable. Let's see what the topo looks like. All right, I can see that. Yeah, so people could build a house right there. Does have a cemetery though. That's a negative aspect, but this guy's also got the biggest parcel. Than this guy. He's got the whole mountain in the back. I like it. What do you think?
Well, I'm actually dealing with something like that right now with the cemetery thing, in
Oh yeah.
19 acres here locally.
Okay.
But my question is, how would no one was going to want to buy with, I'm under the impression, no one's going to want to buy a lot and build a house on with a cemetery, and there may be some restrictions. How do we deal with that?
Yeah. So basically, if the cemetery is actually there and all that stuff, you could basically that lot could just kind of be chunked out. So maybe we just take this one
That's
and
what I
like
was
cut out a section, and everything else gets sold except for that lot.
okay.
And we just kind of chunk that out. Yeah, I mean it sucks. It's got good road frontage, but if we made like a, something and just gives, I mean basically, hey, look, this is free, kind of thing.
So now did that bring it back down to 12 lots?
Yeah, I'd say 12 lots. So with the average size of what we have, like 11, 11. Let's call it the average size is about 12 acres. So So let's say 12 lots. Okay, let me do that. 12 lots times 12. And then we're seeing like 11,000, something like that. 1.6. And they're asking 980. 1.6, 980. Pretty good spread. Nothing to cry home about. All right, let's call this lady.
Okay.
Or male, whatever his name is. Her name. Who's the listing agent? Greg Weiser. Hello? Double dial.
This is Greg Weiser. Leave your name and number and I'll call you back. Thanks.
Nothing. Shoot him a text.
If you want me to, if you like to, if you have my direct email, you can send me that link and I can follow up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Parcel. And what's this one at? Kelso.
What questions would you like me to start asking him?
All right, so basically what I would say is like hop on the call and just say, hey, look, we're interested in the property, but we're only interested in it if we're able to, subdivide it into, hopefully about 12, 13 lots. So you let them know, like we kind of looked at it. Looks like we have enough road frontage to do all that stuff. Our main question is, is the seller open to seller finance? And if he is, we'd love to chat. If he's not, we could still, might be interested in purchasing the property, but I don't think we'd be buying it at 980. We'd be buying it a little bit less, right?
Okay.
So that's the main stuff I would say. And then, other things I would ask about the cemetery. Say, hey, tell me a little bit about the cemetery that's on the lot. Just curious, is it active? Is it defunct? What's going on with that? How much acreage does that take up? So, like, let's say that's a 10 or a 20 acre cemetery. I'm probably not going to pay for that area. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Probably say like if it's a 10 acre cemetery, I'm going to take off 5,600 times 10 is $56,000, right? I'll take that right off the top because I'm not buying a cemetery, whatever. I'll buy the rest. So, so yeah, ask questions about that. It's pretty much it. Just gauge interest. I mean, it's only been on the market for like 27 days, so it's not like a real crazy long time it's been on here. But I think it's definitely something that could be pretty good.
Gotcha.
I like it. I mean, it's a nice looking lot, right? It's got potential. Oh, here you go.
He's calling back.
Yeah. Hey Dan, what's going on? This is Dennis. How are you today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Hey, so I'm over here just taking a look at some properties. We're looking for some properties we could subdivide. And I came across your one that you got over in Kelso, the 174 acres.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. We looked at it. I think this one we might be able to chop it up into like some 12 acre lots around that. And just a quick glance at it. It seems like it's priced pretty well considering. So, just got a few questions for you as far as it goes. Does the I did see there's like a cemetery or something like that on there. Do you know much about that or not too much?
I know it's just a real old family cemetery that's been there.
Okay.
It's probably in the 1800s, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So it's not really. Does it take up much area, or is it like an acre or so? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Less than an acre.
Okay. Cool. All right. As far as everything else goes, has the seller considered like anything like maybe taking seller finance or anything like that for this?
No, he hadn't mentioned anything like that.
Okay. Yes. What a lot of times we do is we'll come in and we make an offer on seller finance, and then what we do is we get a survey, get it platted, and then go ahead once we get the survey platted and everything like that, we'll close. And then after we close, we list the parcels for sale. And that's something that we could use you to relist all the parcels, so you get commission on the front end, commission on the back end, basically.
Right.
Which is nice. You get a double ended. And so with that, with the seller finance, we're pretty flexible in terms. The goal at the end of the day is just give us a little bit of a runway so we could go ahead and get these lots chopped up and some of them sold.
Of course, you realize that there's no county water.
Yeah, that's okay. Most of the stuff we look at is just is for rural rec. We're not looking to build houses. It's just we bring them down to sizable chunks, like digestible chunks, basically. So somebody who's looking for like a small little homestead, build a house if they want it, or put a well, whatever they want to do, they could go ahead and do that. Or just have like a 10 or 12 acre tract they can hunt on, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So, but yeah, we don't necessarily worry too much because we're not doing like a full subdivision or development on these. Just chopping them up to like 5 to 12 acre lots. That's about it. So.
And you're talking about full financing, or?
Yeah, we would do probably like a 10% down, or something like that. And then we usually do between 5 and 7% interest only payments. And then oftentimes we try to balloon out within like 2 to 3 years. So they would get the full payment within 2 to 3 years. So sometimes sooner, but we usually like to give us a little bit of a runway, depending on how things are going.
Okay. Well, who am I speaking with again?
My name's Dennis. I actually sent you a text too, so you should have that on your phone with my info.
Who are you with, Dennis?
My own company, Cash for Land USA. We buy, sell land all over the country.
Yeah, I can talk to him about it, but I don't see him doing on the finance. But
Okay.
I'll be glad to ask him.
Yeah. Hey, look. At the end of the day, that's all we could do, right? I could,
That's right.
if you want, I could send you over an LOI or something like that if you wanted to take a look at it, just to kind of see like the terms we offer. But I'm not. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We could bring cash, but obviously it's gonna be less. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll reach out to him, see what he's got to say.
Cool.
And we'll catch you later.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Appreciate it. And if you have any questions about the terms or kind of what we've done, let me know. We could go over that. And I know it's only been on the market like 27 days, 23 days. So he's probably not even interested in hearing a seller financing offer yet if he hasn't already put it out there. So,
Right.
But if he is, look, we could probably get everything set up and close in the next 30 days, as long as we could get the survey done, get him that down payment, and get you paid, and then have everything listed the other way in the next 45 days. So,
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for taking my call. You can shoot me a text or call back, and you let me know if you might be interested. If he is, I'll send an LOI, and we'll open that from there.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, you have a good one. Cool. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. So y'all can focus on Tennessee. I will.
Cool. Yeah, I think Tennessee's a good state. I think it's going to be pretty easy to work in. Some of the rules are pretty lax, and price points are good. And I think setting this up, if you could get in here, kind of learn, some of these deals, and then we'll look at it, like kind of do what I just did, right?
Okay.
Where I went in, I looked at it, we looked at the pricing back and forth. And then after that, we kind of broke it up. Can we break this up? What would it look like if we did break it up? And it looks like it's a good deal. And yeah, man, let's rock it.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome, brother. I'll take a look at the other ones, the Timberland you sent me. And then yeah, we'll go from there, man.
All right. See you in a few minutes.
Awesome.
On
Yeah,
the
I'll
other
see you in a
call.
few minutes. All right, guys, cool. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you can get seller finance at any angles, let me see, JD Holland. If you can get seller financing, any angles you have to get them to agree to allow you to split sell off multiple lots before. No, JD, that's pretty easy. That's just a partial lien release. At the end of the day, the only way that's going to work is if we have a partial lien release, right? Instead of us selling individual lots and not being able to pay them back. So let's say we had the lots, they split off 12, they're selling for like 175K. Every time we sell one, we pay the realtor, we pay down the lender. And, at the end of the day, like we don't take profit until after everybody else gets paid. So like the last 3 to 4 lots, that's our profit. So we might be sitting on those for like a year or two, but when we do sell them, you're talking about 3 or 4 or 500K net. So it's not bad.
I got one last question.
Yeah.
I know you got it. As far as the timberland, is that land that you're only interested in if it has seller financing also?
No, not necessarily. So the thing with timberland is I got to see, there's a lot of contributing factors too. It's something I'm just learning about. So I'm not like, I don't know if I'm ready to buy something yet, but I am looking at it and trying to learn a lot more about it. So with timberland, there's a lot of things like you got to make sure the roads are accessible, all the trees are accessible, the type of trees that are growing there. Has it been managed? Are there any type of sawmills nearby? What are the sawmills paying for timber? What's the price basically what the sawmills are paying for timber over there? And then our purchase price, we got to look at the purchase price and say, okay, what are we buying this for? I really like to buy something at 50% of market. Okay. Because I know it's a stretch sometimes on timberland, but I could buy it at 50%. I could then come in, I could bring a lender in, cover the lender, and then I could refinance the ag loan at 70%, cover my whole nut, and then not really have any money in the deal. Right. And then long term, I'm going to refinance it. Long term, I'm going to cut some of it out, sell that timber, and replant it. It's definitely like I'm not really going to make money on that stuff for like 30 years, like realistically. I'm just thinking about the future. When I'm 60 years old, I'll be in a really good spot as far as like capital and land and everything like that goes. Then I could pass it down to my kids so that when my kids are my age, nice.
Take a close look at that New York one. Other than not knowing how close the mills are, I think you're gonna like the pricing because I did some comps and this one is below $1,000. Well, it's about 1,100 per acre.
Wow.
Purchase price, and the sales are from 4 to 8,000 per acre.
Wow.
So
definitely, I'll take a look at that one. That's interesting.
Appreciate
it, brother. Good seeing you on here. I'll see you out there later. All right, have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next week. Later.